Using his secret hot pot base, the man brought his father-in-law's failing restaurant back to life and tripled its revenue. He thought his father-in-law, who made $4.5 million in profit, would give him a decent cut. But what the old man did crushed him completely. This year, the hot pot restaurant made $4.5 million in profit. We couldn't have done it without everyone's hard work, and I'm not a stingy man. Today, we split the money. My wife's oldest sister and second brother-in-law lit up and eagerly rubbed their hands together. Under the table, Su Wanshi squeezed my hand. I squeezed back to reassure her. My eldest son-in-law, take $1.5 million and buy yourself a new car. That old junker should have been tossed out years ago. Thank you, Dad. May you live to be 100. Second son-in-law, haven't you always wanted a bigger house? This should cover the down payment. Dad, you've given me a whole new life! The room grew lively, and only the third card remained. Everyone looked at me and my palms started sweating. But in front of everyone, Su Zhenbang passed right over me and handed the card to a grinning man beside me. He was the ex-husband of Su Wani, the youngest daughter. They'd been divorced for 2 years, but after hearing Su Zhenbang had gotten rich, he shamelessly came crawling back. Wang, this $1.5 million is yours. Get back together with Wani and treat her right. Don't worry, Dad. I swear I'm done gambling this time. I'll treat Wani right. Haha, good. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I knew I wasn't wrong about you. I sat in the corner without touching my food. No one looked at me or said a word to me. 3 cards, $4.5 million all gone. My wife, Su Wanshi, sat beside me with a gloomy look on her face. Dad? She called out. Su Zhenbang glanced at her, then at me. You two are capable. You don't need this little bit of money. Isn't Lin Sun too proud for it anyway? Would you even want my money? Exactly. Our brother-in-law is so capable, unlike us poor folks. Right. People who have more should learn to give way to others. Ha ha ha! Under the table, Su Wanshi grabbed my hand and squeezed it hard. She was afraid I'd lose my temper, ruin the family's mood, and embarrass her. I didn't get angry. I simply raised my glass and drained it. I'm full. So what if he's capable? He still can't compete with a divorced man. I pushed open the private room door, and cold air rushed in from the hallway. Su Wanshi chased after me. Lin Xun, what are you doing? Who are you giving that attitude to? Your dad split all $4.5 million and didn't give me a single cent. Didn't he already say it? We don't need that little bit of money. It felt like someone dumped ice water over my heart. Even now, she hadn't said a single word in my defense. 2 years ago, your dad asked me to partner with him. Your whole family put in $500,000, and I covered the other $3 million. You may have helped with the work, but I created the hot pot base, brought in the customers, and handled the food suppliers. Your dad took the money I worked all year to earn and gave it to his 3 precious sons-in-law while giving me nothing. Wanshi, tell me, what exactly am I to your family? She opened her mouth as if she wanted to say something, but only managed one sentence. My dad didn't mean any harm, he's just old-fashioned. I couldn't help but laugh. So you also think I don't need the money and deserve to be taken for a fool? She fell silent, her eyes turning red. I pulled my arm away and turned to leave. Lin Xun! Lin Xun! She called after me, but I never looked back. Outside the restaurant, the night wind was freezing. I took a deep breath and felt ice fill my lungs. For years, I poured my money and energy into this restaurant and this family. In the end, I didn't even get a thank you. People who don't appreciate you aren't worth wasting another chance on. I started the car and headed toward the outskirts. Since the Su family didn't know how to settle accounts, I'd settle them myself. When I arrived at the hot pot base factory outside the city, the receptionist said the manager was in a meeting and asked me to wait. While I waited, my phone kept vibrating. It was Su Wanshi. When I ignored her calls, she sent me a text. Lin Xun, my dad is getting old, and yes, he went too far. But you can't act like that either. We're family. My youngest sister and her ex are finally getting back together, so what's wrong with helping them? My oldest and second sisters have it tough too. Can't you just let this go? Her message filled the entire screen. Every word told me to understand and make concessions. As my wife, she hadn't considered my feelings at all. After 5 years of marriage and standing together through everything, I finally saw what she and her family were really like. They used family ties as leverage and took advantage of my patience. I treated them like family. They treated me like an ATM. Did Su Wanshi love me? Maybe. But that love could never outweigh her father's authority, and she could never overcome her own weakness. I closed the message and opened the shopping app. The imported supplements I'd ordered for Su Zhenbang a few days ago cost $20,000 and hadn't shipped yet. There was no point anymore, so I requested a refund. The refund notification chimed, clean and final. The manager finished his meeting. I followed the receptionist into the conference room and handed him a termination notice. He adjusted his glasses, looking surprised. Yes! Starting today, stop supplying the restaurant. Cancel the full 10-ton order. The manager had watched me spend years improving that recipe. You put so much work into it. How can you cancel everything just like that? Is something wrong with the restaurant? My family and I love your hot pot. It'd be a shame if it closed. The restaurant is fine. The people are the problem. The manager paused, then gave me an understanding look. After more than 10 years in the business, he'd seen plenty of partnerships fall apart over money and family disputes. What about the remaining balance? Handle it according to the contract. I'll pay whatever penalty I owe. Besides, I'm only ending the partnership. I'm going out on my own. The manager smiled and signed the agreement. Absolutely. I trust you, Mr. Lin. I'm happy to keep doing business with you. After leaving the factory, Su Wanshi was still sending me message after message. Lin Xun, what exactly are you trying to do? Dad says you won't answer. Are you trying to tear this family apart? I didn't reply. Instead, I called the food supplier. Liu, I'm no longer guaranteeing the restaurant's orders. Cancel their credit terms. From now on, payment is due on delivery. Mr. Lin, what happened? Nothing. I'm no longer working at that restaurant. I'll still call you when I need supplies. After hanging up, I opened WeChat and sent a message to more than 800 longtime customers. Dear friends, I have left Yuan Hotpot and am no longer involved in any of its business. My new restaurant is now being prepared, and I'll update everyone soon. Thank you all for your continued support. Less than a minute after I sent it, the group chat exploded. Boss Lin, where are you going? Without your hot pot base, can they even call it hot pot? We'll definitely be there when your new restaurant opens. I didn't reply. I left the group chat. The restaurant's business account still held $1.86 million in working capital that I'd put in, so I transferred it back to my own account. Then I called my friend Zhao Kai. Kai, help me find a suitable storefront. It needs a great location and plenty of space. So you're finally going solo? Good. I've never liked that family of yours. They never helped and just lived off you. Don't worry, I've got this. Okay. I hung up, opened the car door, and got in. My phone was still vibrating. It was Su Wanqi calling again. Tap the link below to watch the full story.